Okay, all right. Good morning, everybody. I'll be going through this Vitax this morning. Sorry, this is coming in late for some people. It wasn't intentional, just kind of busy. But I just want to quickly make some few clarifications. Like I got question like what should I use? Tamuse, Sandbox, Git Bash. Honestly, like I always say, there is no terminal you want to use that you can use. I mean, it's just whatever that floats your boat. So for example now, let me just do a quick show of this. So this is my terminal. So this is my normal terminal on my PC. So this terminal, if I want to execute my project from here, it's actually possible. All I need to do is to point this to my directory, which is my GitHub directory, and there are arrays of terminals you can use. So um, the areas of terminals you can use. So for example, if we if you check let me check these let me just check these out. So here is Ubuntu. I can use Ubuntu here, or I can even decide to use Git Bash for my task. So you can see it all depends on whatever I want to use to solve the task. So you're not limited to one thing or just one thing alone. So it all depends. So you can see here, this is my Git Bash. This is my normal um, terminal from Microsoft, and this is my Ubuntu. So this is my Ubuntu here. So you can use whatever floats your boat to work. And if I decide to go ahead and use like something like Tamuse, if I decide to use something like Tamuse is just an external um, terminal, but that has a lot of rich features as well. And I mean, if you talk about Tamuse, you're also like talking about something like Git Bash. So Git Bash is also very very rich. So there are a lot of terminals out there. Commandia is there. A lot of them are out there. So you can use anyone that floats your boat to work. So all you just have to make sure is whatever you are doing is pointing to your repository on GitHub, because your repository on GitHub is what your intranet is actually tracking. So that is it on the issue of terminal. So whatever works for you, please just use it. Then the second thing is, if I delete my sandbox, will I have to start my work again? Honestly, the answer is yes. So that's why I always lay emphasis on the fact that, please, when you start a project, like when I click on this now, don't destroy your sandbox. Whenever you start your webcam and you start doing something, this thing every year is being saved within your sandbox. So immediately you destroy it, everything is gone. So please don't do the mistake of destroying this. Well, peradventure, if you do that, please just know that you have to go back and start your task afresh. Then another thing is, don't check this place to say your work is done. Please, I got a kind of somebody, one of the students chatted me up on these. He was actually marking these. Please don't make a mistake of marking these. When you are done with your task here and you click check your code and your code passed, the checker passed your code, then this is going to be automatically click for you. Please don't do the mistake of clicking these. So those are just some of the few things I want to point out. So when I did the MARC task, I did it via the code sandbox, via the sandbox ALX provided. So with this VI, I'll be using Tamuse for the VI. I mean, just for you guys to be able to see what is going on there. So, and I think those are just some of the few things I wanted to point out, and if any other thing comes in my mind, I will definitely drop it here for you guys to before the video ends. So I don't want this video to be as long, so let me just do what let me do this ASAP. So like I said, I'll be using Tamils for this task here. So you can see Tamils automatically, when I switch it on, I've configured my Tamils, my SSH and everything. So it actually this pointing it's already pointing to my ALX repo right in here. So the first task, we are asked to tag 0. So okay, let me just show the squeeze area. So you can see Vi is included in almost every line of distribution. Absolutely true. How do you enter command mode in Vi? Wow, command mode, just press the escape key. How do you enter insert mode? Simple. Insert, just press the high. Then how do you quit Vi? You can use these to quit in Vi, and at the same time you can use colon WQ to also exit. You are saving and at the same time you are quitting. So but this is just quit. So please note that if you are doing colon Q and you hit enter, what you just say is the command simply means just quit. That's it. But if you want to save what you are doing and at the same time quit, you use full colon WQ. So that's what I'll be using on this project. And again, another thing I want you to also know is that when you are using your Vi, a lot of people say, oh, when I'm using Vi, how do I enter into Vi? How do I create a file? So immediately you Vi into a file. If that file is not created, is not available initially, Vi will automatically create that file for you. So if you just Vi into any file, it will automatically create that file for you if it's not created. So now let us just go. So the first question says navigate to root and create a directory named 0x03 underscore vi. So most of the time check where you are, pwd present working directory. You see, then let's just cd into root. So we are going into root, hit enter. So most times when you see this tilde sign is always making you to know that you are in the root. So we're already in the root, and the question says create a directory. So when they say directory, it simply means create a folder. So and the command for that is mkdir, make a directory called 0 shift underscore 0x0 then 3 and underscore vi. So hit enter. So after this, if you press ls simply means list every file or directory in here. So you can see we actually have the directory, and note this green, they are all files, but this one with blue, they are all folders. So I think that's one of the beauty of using some of these things, some of these terminals, like the ALX terminal, the sandbox is just everything is just plain white and black. So but even sometimes if I don't pay attention to what I'm doing, when I see this color and sometimes it tells me to know what I'm doing, like, oh, this is a file, and anything like this with the blue color is a folder. So the same thing when you check Git also has that functionality itself. So now I'm here. So if I now do pwd, it should tell me where so pwd, oh sorry, yeah, pwd just showed me where I am. I'm still in the root, but I'm not yet in the file. So we were just told to create the file named that. So we've created that. So let us just check the code and see what's up here. So meanwhile, the other one was, the question one was, what is the command to insert text before the cursor? Um, so like if we want to insert text, what is the command we use? So here now you can see the checker has actually checked this code. It's correct. So let us move to the next one. So here now you are seeing this inserting. If you notice, ELX did not tell you to create the file here. They just said root, this and this. So most times when you see slash this is a part. Slash 0x, this is another part. Then slash this is another part. So but here you can see here, so what we are going to do here is this, we are in a directory here, we are in a directory, then we are creating a file here, which is this. So once we create this file, then we write the command that would execute this into this file. Like that is, we write the command that we use to insert text into this file here. So which simply means I need to create the file before doing anything, right? So let us cd. So now I need to cd into this guy, then create this file. So most times I don't like retyping. I'm really lazy, so all I just have to do is come up here. Now I'll just clean up this one, then cd into it, then hit enter. You can see now my terminal is now pointing into this. So the next thing we need to do, so here I can use Emacs, I can use, I mean, it all depends on what you want to use. You can use your Vi to do this, you can use your Emacs to do this. Please don't let it confuse you. What I'm just saying is they are just tools. Emacs and Vi are just tools you can use to write or manipulate a folder or your file or anything. So but at the same time you can still do some other nice stuff around this. So yeah, the next thing we want to do now is just create that file, then write into it. So we just do couch, that is touch. So touch inserting yeah, inserting, hit enter. You will check inside this folder, you must have, you can see, so inserting is right there. Okay, so what is the command we use to insert into Vi? Well, the command we use to insert a text into Vi is called hi. I mean, it's just as simple as that. So if you want to do this, just do echo where you want to echo, so asterisk hi, then you go into inserting. So it's as simple as that. Hit enter. So let us do ls. You go ls, you see that inserting is then. Let us now check if truly what we type is inside there. Just do Vi inserting. So now I'm actually combining both Emacs command and Vi command in this place. So with Vi, I'm going into that file. You see my terminal has changed. So you can see I is actually in there, which simply means I is available. I've been able to write hi into this file, particular file called inserting. So if I want to get out of here, the next thing I need to do is click on escape, then full colon WQ, then hit enter. So this will take me back into my normal interface. So you can see I'm using both. Actually, I use Emacs to write here, but I use Vi to do some other thing inside here. So that is actually available in there. So let us check the code and see maybe what we have in there is actually correct. So meanwhile, the third one, they said, what is the command to delete and cut the current line? Okay, so this is checked and it's correct. So the second is, what is the command to cut and delete a current line? So now the next thing is, we are in here, these are our paths, so we need to create this file. So now let me just show you how Vi works sometimes. So if I do Vi cutting ing and hit enter, now this is here, I'm in. Now what happened is, cutting, instead of me using touch cutting, I'm doing Vi cutting. Automatically Vi has actually created this file called cutting for us. So instead of me saying touch cutting then Vi into cutting or doing anything, Vi automatically creates it for us. Now the instruction here at the top say, how do we insert a text? If I press high now in here, if I press high on, you see I'm in the insert mode right here, so I can type whatever I want to type in here. So so I can type whatever I want to type here, and if I'm not doing anything, I can just hit escape, then full colon WQ, and if I hit enter, I go back to my normal interface. But let me now check if cutting is actually available on in this directory. You can see cutting is available. So Vi, when you use Vi with the name of a file, it automatically creates that file and make it available for you. I'm just showing you that that example so you could actually see what is going on in there. So I just do echo. So because I really want to make these I really want you guys to actually understand these very well. Echo, then asterisk, dd, then cutting. So if I hit enter, let us check if that is available in there. So I just need to scroll up. I think I just have to scroll up and see. So you can see that command is available in there. So just hit full colon WQSK. Then let us check our code if that is going to pass. So once we are done with this, we'll move to the next one. But sorry if this video is a little bit long, please, I just want to make this thing explanatory to you so that you can actually understand it. Wow, something went wrong there. Okay, this is passed, so let us move to the next one, pasting. So I'll speed up over this one now. I just want to use the whole set of command for you so that you can actually be able to understand that, oh, you can use this command within each other. So let me just do touch pasting, then hit enter. So pasting is already available. So let me just do what is the command that I'm going to use to paste. So that is simple. The command we use to paste is p. So echo space p, these pasting. So now I'm only telling this guy to write into this file called pasting. That's that function, pasting. Yeah, so please write P in this file called, so this, write P into this file called pasting. So I'm actually using Emacs, so let us now write into pasting to see if it's in there. Write into pasting. Is it in there? Yeah, so we can see it's in there. So let us just go, hit enter and hit there. So the next question says the fourth question says undoing. So let us check our code. It says that what is the command to undo what you just did? Okay, so let me just touch the undoing file. So use touch undoing and hit enter. So ls undoing is available. So what is the command we use to, if you want to just undo what we just did? So the command to undo is actually u. So echo, wow, sorry, forgot to echo. So echo, then you just push in your space bar, asterisk u, just undo, undoing. So hit enter. So let us check if we've actually undo what we did the other time. Right into undoing. Yeah, so the command to undo is actually in there. So I think that is it. So the command is there. So full colon WQ. Yeah, so then my screen is getting, so let me just clear, CLEAR. So clear will give you a new space up right there, just like that. So the next one is, the fifth one is, what is the command to quit Vi even though latest changes have not been saved for this Vi call? Sorry, what is the command to quit Vi even though latest changes have not been saved for this VI call? Okay, so write the answer in this exiting. So without changes. Okay, so let us check this. So the first thing, we need to create that exiting file. Search exiting ing, hit enter. So you see this is passed as well. So let us close. So touch exiting. So hit enter. So what is now the command used for exiting without saving? So like I explained earlier, exiting without saving is just Q. That is the command you use to exit. But if you want to save without quitting, so this is what I mean. Let me just do VI. Let me just do VI exiting. VI exiting. So if I enter into VI exiting, so let me just write, I'm going into the insert mode now. I'm pressing high, insert mode. So insert mode, can you see? So now what I need to do is full colon then Q. So that is the command of exiting without you saving that file. So if I now hit escape, I'm going back into this command mode, then I press full colon Q. So if I hit enter now, hit enter, you see no last changes had to override. Press enter, type command to continue. So full colon Q, you see I'm just getting error. WQ, let me just go in there again, right. Okay, I think I have this by exiting. So I have column Q in there, which is what I need, which is what I want. Then if I just do column Q, enter, you can see it takes me out in there. So because I've not actually go into the insert mode at that moment, but when I'm inside the insert mode, it will, I don't want to go out of the insert mode into the command mode without saving. So that's why most times I use WQ. So let us check this code and see if that's actually passed. So what we need to do is column Q to quit without saving. So you can see that is passed. But if I want to write this same command using the Emacs, so all I just need to do is now just write my echo echo. Then the next thing is I need my full quotes here, quotes, because I'm actually combining a lot of command in the asterisk. Then your full colon, then Q. So that's what, then I'm just want to write it in here that, oh, I want to return every time I press this. It simply means return. Then just write these into this file, exiting. So now why you have this double quotes here is because we are actually putting a lot of things together. So I'm saying this is the command, and what the command simply means is return, then exiting. So if I hit enter like this, let us go and check the var. Let us go and check this file again and see what is inside. So you can see that everything I wrote there is already shown here. So I've changed what I put down in there initially. I've changed it to this. So that's it. Then if I just press column Q, I'll definitely go back in there. So let me try and test this code again. Check the code. Let us close. Okay, so I think that will not work again. Right? Okay, I should be able to start a new test. Don't know why. Oh, okay, but I mean, I just want to show you. I'm just trying to make this thing, make you understand this thing. I want you to be able to do this on your own next time when you are going through this, or when you come across you need to use Emacs or write to write into your file. So the next question is, what is the command to move the cursor to start to the start of the current line? Okay, so you're on a particular line and you want your cursor to move to the start of that current line. So the thing is, let me just copy this. This is very, very long. So here, then I just do touch. So what I used to paste in this is Control Shift V. So if you want to paste, if you want to copy, is Control Shift C. So for Tamils, Control Shift V to paste, then Control Shift C to copy. Meanwhile, for Sandbox, you just use your Control Shift AC, and man, I've really forgotten. But I mean, that's just how to copy on these Control Shift. I mean, I can't totally remember. Not like I can't remember, but I can't put all those commands in my head. So here for this, so now we've created this file. Yeah, with hit enter. Then what do we need to write inside this guy? So what we need to write is, how do we move the cursor right down to the beginning of that line. So let me just do echo, echo, then this. So 0. So now let's move this to the beginning of the line. So yeah, I need to just paste this in again, Ctrl Shift V, and hit enter. So let us just vibe into that and see if it's there. So but it's actually gonna be there, so but I just want you to hit enter. So that is it. That is your that is it. That is what you use to send your cursor back to the beginning of your line. So column Q, exit. So let us check this code out. So while we are testing, the second question, I mean the last question rather, says we should, what is the command? So you can see this is correct. So what is the command to move the cursor to the end of the line? So end of the line, let's copy this. So we need to create these, and what I'm just going to do in here is touch, Ctrl Shift V, then hit enter. So we've created that file. The file is now available. So let us write this into it. So how do we write into that? So you just do your echo, then these these. So we are going to the end of the line. Then these, and Ctrl Shift V. So we are going to the end of the line. Hit enter. Then let's write into that file and see if that is in there. Right. Then enter. So can you see that is your dollar sign is actually what you use to move to the end of the line. So column Q, let us see, column Q, enter. So let us check the code. So here now, if I press ls, all those files will be available in here, ls. So you can see, and congratulations, all tests passed. So close. So that will be the end of this task. I just want to say thank you all for liking and sharing my videos and for the comments. So, but for other questions that are available on my channel, like I'll just do a short video on how to open your code editor with code. Some of the questions I've seen so far, just a short video to show you on how to do that. I'll definitely do that and put it out there. Then also I will also ensure that I'm dropping some little ALX tags videos to just help you out. But please, like I always say, ensure to always try and solve this problem yourself. Read the materials, the documentation. Then if you're unable to now solve the question, please just always jump into my YouTube and get the video. But also please, at the same time, if you love this video and it has actually created value, derived value from it, please just like, share it, subscribe to my channel, and love you all. Peace out. Thank you.